Hello and welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm Dean Meagher. Today I want to talk about chipping. Here we are down to Hidden Valley. We've got a 30-metre chip shot to the red flag there, and I've got my lofted lob wedge. And I want to talk about just a very simple thing it's set up that really does make a difference. Recently I went to a seminar last week that was hosted by Brett Rumford and Dr. Rob Neal. If you don't know who Brett Rumford is, he's widely regarded as having one of the best short games of any professional golfer in Australia. He's won a couple of times on the European Tour. Dr. Rob Neal is also a widely regarded researcher into the biomechanics of chipping and the full swing. And both of them together brought a lot of great information to this seminar, and I wanted to pass that on to the Eleanor members, and I'm going to specifically focus on just a setup key to a chip shot that helps to produce better results in terms of the way your body works during the swing. So something I did that I didn't even realize was very important when I set up to any chip shot was my left foot always turns out towards the target. Now I do that on my full swing as well, but I also very much make sure that I do it with my chipping. It's almost just been a natural thing that I've always done and hadn't really realized why that was important. Obviously, it allows for better turn. If you have your front foot turned square or even turned in, it's a lot harder to turn your hips. And so if your hips don't turn, your shoulders won't turn very well, which inevitably will mean that you're going to flick with your wrists, which is a bit inconsistent when you try to hit a chip shot. Even though the shot may be only 30 meters or 10 meters or 20 meters, it's still very important that your body rotates. Your hips turn, your chest turns. If they are consistently turning through a chip shot, your hands can be a bit more passive, a bit more relaxed. You can start to get a more consistent delivery of the club to the ball. So that's number one, turn your front foot out. Number two is I thought the only reason why I took the weight off my off my back foot was to make sure that I hit down on the ball. But what actually also happens is it's easier to actually turn your hips further when there's no weight on this right foot and right leg. And that also impacts on your ability to rotate through a chip shot. So if you were to stand there with both weight in both feet, if you're doing it right now, if you're watching this, stand up, get in your golf posture, have weight evenly between your feet, and then try and turn your hips. Now, because there's weight still on that foot and weight on this foot, you can only turn your hips a certain amount. Now I want you to turn your front foot out. I want you to relax your right knee in a little bit so it kind of kinks in and kind of take all the pressure off this foot. Now I want you to turn your hips. Now what I find is that I can get my left hip further around and this right hip can actually come up a little bit further still with no weight on that back foot. And I think that is just a really important fundamental to have when you're hitting chip shots. If you have a wider stance and if you have weight too much in between your feet, you're not going to be able to turn very much, and so you're going to have to use your hands to hit the chip shot. Just a very inconsistent delivery of the club to the ball. So when I'm hitting a chip shot, I'm going to turn that front foot out. I have a relatively narrow stance. I take the weight off my back foot and I kink that sort of right knee in a little bit this way. And once I'm in that sort of position, that allows me to turn my hips better. So if I can turn my hips on a chip shot, I can then relax my hands a little bit more and hit through the ball. And if you are relaxed with your hands, I feel like I can let the club swing. I can feel like I can have a nice tempo to my chip shot. You'll see a lot of people under pressure, they start to tighten their hands because not only are they trying to control the club, but they're also using their hands to try to move the club, move the shaft, move the club head. I don't really feel that, and I know that Brett Rumford does either. He makes sure that he makes a really strong pivot, and it's definitely something he looks for when he starts coaching people with their chipping. So I'd recommend trying this setup. So narrow stance, left foot turned out, no weight on that back foot, and then just pivot through the shot. And hopefully you start to deliver more shots towards the target and get better results on the golf course. Of course, there was a lot more that I learned during this seminar, and I look forward to passing on this information to Eleanor members and helping them get better with their short game. I've got the Short Game Mastery Program coming right up. June 13th it starts. It's on a Friday mornings. There's a men's and a ladies class. I would love to fill those 8 spots because I love talking and delivering information about short game because it's so important and you need it out here at Eleanor. You need a lot of skill to score well here. So hopefully this rain goes past us over the next couple of weeks, and by June the course will be looking better and you want to get stuck into your short game. So please put your name down. There'll be a link with this video, and I look forward to seeing names go down, and can't wait to deliver the program soon. So good luck with your chipping, work on that setup, and let's see you get some good results.